Leo, hi, how are you? Hope you're all right. It's Celtic Cross time. I'm quite pumped about this set of readings. After doing some shorter readings over half term, I'm happy to be getting in again to the more in-depth readings. It's my comfort zone. I like to dig, I like to be nosy. We're going to open with an oracle card, finish with some charms. By the way, yes, I bought charms. I'm really excited by them. They're beautiful, and it's just a little opportunity for the universe to kind of directly wink at you via a symbol that might be of personal importance to you. There's also initials, well, letters and numbers in there as well. So, yeah. Let's get you an oracle card first. Let's see where you're at, Leo. I've just got a bit of a feeling about this reading, but anyway. Yeah. I just have a bit of a feeling. There's your oracle card. Dragons, slay them all. It's all very Six of Wands, isn't it? I'm actually just very drawn to her leg, which I'm not normally. You may... I just feel like there's something that you might feel holds you back, or society perceives as holding you back. But you're like, fuck it, I'm not letting that get in the way. So I don't know what that is for you. It's going to be different for all of you, but there's very much a sense of, well, it's very Six of Wands. There's very much a sense of wanting to win, actually, in this energy. For some of you, whether this is your energy or someone else's energy, I don't know. With these readings, always reverse energies as it applies. Always take the energies in the way that makes sense for you. But I just feel there's someone who wants to win, like to save face. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a personal empowering victory that's necessarily in alignment with someone's values, but it's like winning for the sake of winning. So I don't know if that's an energy that you might be experiencing around you, like someone who... It's almost a situation where really the idea of winning and losing shouldn't even be a thing. It should be like a teamwork thing. But someone, whether it's you or someone else, has got it into their head that, like, no, I need to win at all costs. I don't know. Bit of a negative reading of that card. Sorry. I get what I get, and I share it with you as honestly as I can. I don't bullshit or sugarcoat. Right. Hi. Yes, but you aren't a Leo, you're a Taurus, so why are you here? To help. I'm going to get the 10 cards of the Celtic Cross with this and do a kind of surface level read as we go round. Then I'm going to go in with my other decks, trying to preserve my cat's dignity. Then I'm going to go in with my other decks, dig, ask useful questions, etc. Okay, if you've been here before, you know how this goes. I'm sorry, darling. If she sat still, she could stay, but she doesn't. She distracts me. Oh, why didn't I bring my water? Oh, God, where did I put it? Right. Let's... I mean, there is there is something about overcoming adversity in the energy of this card that does feel like positive, but I don't know, there's a more shadow aspect of this card that's coming through to me. So yeah, that may be the energies that you're having to deal with at the moment, Leo. Quite possibly in the workplace, I'm getting, for a lot of you. Right, come on, let's get into this Celtic Cross then for Leo. What's at the heart of the matter, please? A reverse Fool. A desire to be open, and yet not being able to realise that desire. Open to what? I don't know, to something new. I'll show you the upright. It did come out in reverse, which is telling me. So the Fool energy, it's very open. It's very open to new things, very open to new perspectives, very open to new experiences. It's like you want to be open to new experiences and perspectives, but you're not. I will be honest, like Fool energy to me, you feel it and you go with it, and it's great when that happens. But if there is a way to bring that energy into your life, it is not a way that is known to me. I always say this with Fool energy, it's a matter of just being receptive, noticing when you're in that energy, and when you're in it, running with it, trying to force yourself to get into that energy. I don't know, I don't think it works. Feel free to differ with me on that, but did you hear that? The cat's clawing up my chair. But what I do feel here is that desire to be in that energy of kind of being open to new things, but something's holding you back, love. And I think you know you can't force yourself into this place. You know you can't, but let's see what's in the challenge position. That might give us an idea of what's holding you back. Challenge for Leo, please. Challenge for Leo. There's that Six of Wands energy showing up. There was a reason why I was reading this energy as its kind of shadow side, wasn't there? Because I related it to the Six of Wands, and then now we have the Six of Wands in the challenge position. You see, I don't just say this shit for the fun of it. You know, this is real. This is real shit. I could have just spun that, couldn't I? And been all nice and optimistic about it, but it wasn't what I was getting. And the Six of Wands is now showing up in your challenge position. Is it your energy? Is it someone else's energy? Leo, you're going to have to take it and apply it in a way that makes sense, as I always say with the energy of these readings. This is a general reading, by the way, I forgot to say that at the beginning. And also, by the way, it's a collective reading, which does mean not every single message is for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Reading collective energy is a trip. I love it. And also, I question why on earth I do it sometimes. No, but I love it. Right, Kat, what are we going to do about this? Because you are seriously distracting me. Look, let's look at this Six of Wands in the challenge position. I have to be disciplined with these readings and try and keep them not too far over the hour mark, at least. It feels like your ego. It kind of feels like your ego's getting in the way, and it's holding you back from a sort of openness and vulnerability that you would get if you were truly in this Fool energy, that it feels like you desire but you're not in it. But why aren't you in it? This is the block to what's in it. This is the oh, Kat, seriously, this is the block to being in it, if I could just say my sentences properly. I'm sorry, because I started overthinking about something. Don't worry, it's fine. Hi, I'm Natasha. Sometimes I ramble a bit. I bloody well get to the right message in the end, but my process is my process. It's not going to change, so, you know, if you're not cool with it, that's absolutely fine. Go and find another reader. Go and find a reader who's going to give you a 20-minute dopamine hit of, yeah, your ex is coming back to you. Go and do that, because there's so much of that shit on YouTube, but that's not what we're here for. Come on, Kat. Ouch. It will be interesting to get under that energy. There's something here about worrying what other people think of you. Yes, being afraid to be seen for who you are in case you are not accepted. To be honest, I think the key to dealing with that is to truly accept yourself. Oh, how easy for me to say. Look, I'm not preaching at you. I'm just saying the energies. I never say any of this stuff flippantly. I know saying it's easier than doing it. But yes, you're worried that if you truly are seen, by I don't know, the world. I don't know. Another energy. I don't know. You're afraid you won't be accepted for who you are. That's the way I'm feeling this energy. Let's see what's up here. Let's see what's floating above the matter, which is kind of what's in your headspace. What's in Leo's headspace, please? Ten of Pentacles reversed. It's a sense of not fitting in. This Ten of Pentacles to me here in this context is representative of the community around you. Perhaps your social circle. Hold that thought. I don't know. We'll see when we get under it. If we get a kind of Three of Cups under it, we'll see. God, the cat has just proper scratched me. Thanks, cat. I'm just getting the sense of not fitting in. It's on your mind. I feel like I don't fit in. I feel like I don't fit in. And you know, that links back to the energies we've already spoke about in many ways. Maybe it's more, I know if they knew who I really was, I would not fit in, they would reject me. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. But even within that, there's a feeling of you not fitting in because you're not being who you truly are. There's some circumstance, situation, whatever here in your life where you are not being truly who you are. And even that causes you to feel like you don't fit in anyway, because it's like you're just sort of sat there in this tight energy, not being open. Okay, let's see what's below. What's below? This is kind of your subconscious, your soul. I don't know. Words escape me sometimes. Let's just call it what's below. The Celtic cross, it's sort of read in groups of threes, at least this part of it. And sometimes I sort of go head, heart, soul. Sometimes I sort of go conscious, yeah, 3D reality, subconscious, you know. The exact words actually don't necessarily affect the way I translate the energies to you. But I like to share my process, apparently. I don't know. I wonder if people like that or not. I mean, in a way I don't care, but I do in that I'm interested in it, but I don't in that I probably am not going to change. I think the way you read tarot is the way you paint, and everyone has their own style, and I just don't think you can change it. And there must be a reason I'm saying this, by the way. It's relevant to what we've already said. I'm not saying never be open to change. Of course, people should be open to change, but I just think there's certain things that are core you, aren't they? And pretending they're not core you, it's not gonna serve anyone. Yourself, people around you, forming authentic connections with people around you. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the way you paint is the way you paint. Like when you paint, you have a style that you just cannot get away from. You can try and copy other people's work, whatever, it doesn't work. You have your own style that you can't get away from. It's the same with the way you read tarot, I believe. Anyway, slightly sidetracked. What's below the issue for Leo? Okay, I'm going to have to take 2 cards for the below. This happened, I don't know, for Sag. A 9 of Cups reversed and a 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles reversed, a stuckness. It's kind of, it just feels like stuckness and unhappiness. And it sort of feels like a bit of a buried sense of stuckness and unhappiness. I think I can guess what it's related to, but I'm going to wait till we get underneath it. 7 of Pentacles is my end of the honeymoon period card. That can apply in many different ways, so let me wait till I dig underneath it. But it could very well be that there's something going on whereby something has grown so far and the growth has sort of stopped and you don't know what to do about it. This could be your own growth, though. This could be... yeah, this could be your own spiritual growth, actually, that I'm talking about. Recent past for Leo, please. Recent past for Leo. Thank you. Justice. Justice in the recent past. I actually feel like some of you have just had to deal with a shitload of paperwork. That's a very trivial reading of that card, but it's obviously relevant for some of you. Some sort of balance. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait till I clarify. This is your near future, the Queen of Pentacles. It was spinning, but I've sort of taken it as reversed. So the near future feels a little uncomfortable. Not quite feeling comfortable in your own skin. But it makes sense as a continuation of what we're seeing here and here, to be fair. I don't know what's up with this Justice card in the past, because it feels quite positive, and then here this feels all quite difficult. So I'm wondering what... This should be giving me context to understand this, but it's kind of not. It will do when I dig. I mean, this feels like quite a balanced situation in the past, so I don't know what's happened to this energy. If it's gone or what. Karmic. Some sort of karma. I don't know. When we dig underneath this, I think we'll probably look at how to get this energy upright, because obviously that will serve you a lot better. The Queen of Pentacles, more reversed, is... she's just coming through as someone who's not feeling comfortable in her own skin or her own environment, really. Not quite got that sense of comfort and safety around her. That's interesting, because in your little mini read I just did, I had a strong sense that that was the area of life that you were focusing on, and that you really wanted to build that sense of comfort. So it's interesting that's come up again. I'm seeing it a bit more... I mean, this is a deeper reading, so it makes sense that the universe would throw up barriers to that at me, because really, unless we're kind of looking at the barriers to stuff, we're not really doing a very useful reading, to be honest. If I just sit here and tell you how wonderful everything is all the time, then, I mean... I sort of don't see the use of that, in a way. I mean, I do get readings like that. Apparently this reading is turning to me just philosophising about tarot and life and stuff. Sometimes I'm a bit like this, you know. Yeah, it's just my way. But you need to just be how you are, don't you, Leo? However that is, I don't know, but... yeah, you're a bit disconnected from yourself, I think. That is something that did come through in the little mini reading I did for you, actually, because you showed up as strength in reverse. Right, speaking of strength, let's just get on with this and see what's in your strengths. Sorry, yeah. Strengths for Leo. Strengths for Leo. Strengths for Leo. Strengths for Leo. Two of Pentacles reverse. Doesn't feel like much of a strength to me. You can turn things around pretty quickly when you put your mind to it. When you've identified the root of whatever the hell's going on, when you've identified the source, the root of what, I don't know. Frustration, pain, sadness, unhappiness, stagnation. When you've discovered the root of that, I feel you're able to turn things around very quickly. The only thing is, I think tied into that sometimes is this idea that sometimes things can turn around quite quickly in a negative way for you sometimes, the Leo I'm looking at least. So you can sort of find yourself in this energy quite quickly and easily, which is sort of an energy of unhappiness. But you get in that energy quite quickly, but also you can come out of it quite quickly. I don't know, something like that I feel is in your strengths. I feel like you're quite busy at the moment, but something about busyness here and how you spend your time. I don't know. Oh God, it's coming through as a brave face. Why is that in your strengths? That doesn't make sense. Someone help me out here. Shall we just leave it till when we dig? Look, this sea's quite stormy. I think you're quite good at navigating stormy waters. Once you recognise the storm is there. Let's leave it at that. Environment for Leo, please. Environment for Leo, please. Environment for Leo. Thank you. Surround. So often what comes up in this spot is energies that you are not aware of, and I believe you are not aware of this energy. I can't, if you are aware of this energy, I can't make sense of what's going on here, but maybe when I get under it and get more context I will. You've got the Two of Cups in your environment. Leo. I think I mean, Two of Cups is the card of a soulmate. Oh God, why have I opened that can of worms? I believe we have many soulmates in each lifetime. I just see a soulmate as someone who you have a soul contract with. You were meant to meet, you were meant to help each other grow in some way. Anyway, this feels like a supportive energy. This feels like a very supportive energy and influence in your life. It's hanging out in your environment. This feels like another person who... Oh gosh, I'm connecting this back to this in your recent past. Could it be brand new for some of you? I don't know. I don't think so. It feels like someone who wants to balance with you. Someone wants to have an equal relationship with you. It feels like someone who wants things to be fair between you, reciprocal between you. It's just such a beautiful, simple, pure form of love. It's kind of uncomplicated, although we may see how well we can complicate it when we dig. Oh God, that really hurts, that scratch from the cat. In your environment, I believe this is a supportive energy that's sort of surrounding you and you're not particularly aware of it somehow. Maybe it's incoming, I don't know, we'll see when we dig. What's your hopes and fears? What's Leo's hopes and fears, please? Dragons, slay them. What are you trying to slay, Leo? I'm just going to ask that as a separate question. I'm going off piste, I'm sorry. Mind you, hopes and fears, that would fit in there anyway with me asking that. Look, let's just get a card for this position. Let's do this properly. But I think this pertains to what you would like to slay. That's the reason I looked over at that card at this time in the reading. Hopes and fears / what would you like to slay? This is a whole fresh take on the Celtic Cross. You hope... You want to slay your inner fucking demons, don't you? That's what you want to slay. You know, this card speaks about secrets, the depths of our soul. You had this energy in the little reading I did for you. It's a bit shadowy, it's a bit murky. It's connected with the moon. You know, there's illusion surrounding this. That's what's showing up in your hopes and fears, this desire to take that deep dive into your own self and kind of slay your demons. You know, which is the more positive aspect to this card. Dragons, they're calling it dragons. Oh, so now I'm just thinking of that song called Demons by Imagine Dragons. That's interesting, isn't it? Can't remember any of the lyrics, obviously. I don't do remembering lyrics. Let's look at the outcome for you then, Leo. An outcome for Leo, please. An outcome for Leo. Two of Swords. Really? Really? Can we not do better than that? Confusion. You've got confusion showing up in your outcome. Look, we've got two positions in the Celtic Cross that talk about future energies. This is kind of the near future. This is the more long-term future. Let me move all this up so you can probably see it. It's not set in stone. We don't do super predicty tarot here. This is just a look at how the energies are flowing and where it looks like they may flow towards. It's mouldable, especially when it's minor arcana, by the way, but it's mouldable. You have free will. Other people have free will. We are not tied to destiny. All right. And often I kind of read the outcome as a more of an advance. Sorry, God, I keep just saying the wrong word at the moment. Advice, not advance, advice. Sometimes I read that as an advice pile, which is a totally legitimate way to do a Celtic Cross, by the way. Thank you. Okay, let's dig. Yeah. Fool energy. You want to open up to something new. You want to open up to something new. You. I mean, the most common place where another person shows up when I do Celtic Cross is the here. Really? Yes, or here, or here. But in the environment, that can often be the energy of another person. Two of Cups, maybe that's what you want to open up to. But, yeah. Okay, tell me more about this Fool for Leo. What does Leo want to open up to? But, you know, you're blocked, but we'll get under that. Aha. Okay. I was just about to say that and I didn't say it. I was saying, but actually maybe what you're... I did think that in my head. Maybe it's this Ten of Pentacles. It's just coming through as a sense of belonging, a sense of fitting in. It's like you want to open up to new energies so that you can feel like you have a sense of community, a sense of family. I don't think you feel like you have a very strong sense of family with this in your headspace. I think you might feel some sort of sense of separation from family and community. I don't know if you might be kind of the black sheep of your family or something. That may be something that some of you relate to. This is something that you want to open up to. And Ten of Pentacles as well is kind of, you know, building towards a long-term future, like a long-term foundation, and it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people depending on their own values, you know, and outlook on life. For some people, it can mean, the mortgage-free house, the fancy car. It's coming through more in this reading just as that sense of belonging. Actually, it's coming through. It's a bit more emotional, actually. I mean, I know it's Pentacles, but that's how it's coming through, because there is that strong sense of family. I mean, you can see that sense of family, especially with this particular card. It's a repeat energy as well. I think you want to open up to... Let me get another card. The Seven of Pentacles just showed its face again, though, so that's interesting, isn't it? A Three of Wands. In reverse, by the way. I'll show you. It's her upright, but it did come out in reverse. I'm just reading that as you really longing to open up really longing for this full energy. A new beginning, a fresh start. You really want to be in that energy, I feel, but it's like you just can't get there. I don't think longing for full energy brings that full energy in. Like I say, I do think it's a bit of a mystery how you get in that energy. You certainly can't force it, but I think probably what we will explore throughout this whole spread is things that you can do, and then from that it very may well follow that you do get this into this upright full energy, which I think is what you want. Anything else underneath this full energy? A Five of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like self-abandonment, and I think we've already really covered that. With regards to feeling like you don't fit in, and having that sense of having, that tight energy I was talking about, where you're afraid to be open and afraid to share yourself, because if you're seen, you think you're going to get rejected. That Five of Pentacles does speak to that sense of self-abandonment, because that's kind of what you're doing, I think, when you are not being yourself in these kind of social situations where you're surrounded by community, or even at work, I don't know, or even in a relationship, I don't know, but I'm not really getting much relationship energy, apart from you have this mysterious Two of Cups in your environment, which doesn't quite feel like it fits in with this. It feels to me like it goes back here. Anyway, we'll see when we dig. Yeah, self-abandonment. Just not feeling free and liberated and open like you would like. And this is the barrier to it. So let's dig underneath this. Now we've expanded a bit more on that full energy. Tell me more about this Six of Wands for Leo, please. Eight of Pentacles reversed. That's kind of doing the work on yourself, but there's a resistance to it. It's getting to know yourself. That Eight of Pentacles is getting to know yourself. I don't know if some of you feel like you don't actually know who you are. This is a really difficult reading. Anyway, Eight of Pentacles, that's what came up underneath this Six of Wands. Fearing being seen. But how much of it is fear, and how do you show you to the world when you don't know who you are? Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, talking about the Six of Wands. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what the Tower does. That's exactly what the Tower does. The Tower tells us exactly who we are. And it's painful. It's painful. And it's in your challenge position. It kind of makes sense. Let's just get another card alongside that before I say too much. This is not a doom and gloom prediction. This Tower's already in your energy. Please don't... Well, I don't like to tell people how to feel, but I don't exactly think there's anything to be afraid of here, because if this is your reading, if this resonates with you, you're already feeling this Tower energy. It's something that's kind of suddenly happened. I will say, I think it'll be over quickly. You know how I was talking about this in and out of this energy quickly? It does feel like almost brief, intense, but brief. I don't know, a shock, a surprise. But the whole thing with the Tower is it's the type of thing that kind of shakes you to your core, and it teaches you who you are at your core. So, in all honesty, it's a good energy to be showing up, given the questions we've been pondering. The only thing is, it feels painful. So, like, if you are going through this Tower moment right now, like, I'm kind of, I'm I I hear you that it's not the easiest thing to be dealing with, is what I'm trying to say. Anything else underneath this Six of Wands, please? The Queen of Wands. You're fighting this fucking tower. You're fighting it, Leo. Because it's the Queen of Wands, but she came out in reverse, by the way. You know, we're having this whole conversation here about who you are at your core and like being afraid to show your authentic self. That's the Queen of Wands all over. In reverse especially. This is someone who is not being their authentic self, is not honestly showing themselves to the world. And of course we can't go around honestly showing ourselves to the world all the time, can we? I don't know. I mean, like, you know, there's a difference between oversharing and honesty, let me just say that. But I don't know, I just feel like your energy is very tight. Oh, the Knight of Swords. What's that all about? I'm going to put it back. I mean, yeah, sure, Knight of Swords, the energy is one way of dealing with this. That would be a very sudden release of the tightness of the energy. I mean, look, he's got a crossbow, right? It's like, you pull that crossbow back, that's the tightness. And actually in this energy, that crossbow has just been released. So that's interesting. But I am going to put it back in the deck for now, but that is very interesting. The Queen of Wands in reverse, I think, really wears a bit of a mask. So the Tower's trying to take that mask off you so that you can show up to situations more authentically. Whether there is a particular situation here, I don't know. I think it's more about opening yourself up to new after something else has possibly cycled out. Yeah. Well, that's underneath your Six of Wands. It's very interesting. I do think there is a certain amount of saving face here, though, and possibly shame and embarrassment tied up with this whole thing. I think for some of you. Let's go underneath this Ten of Pentacles in your headspace. Well, I was tempted to go underneath that Justice, but we'll leave that for a minute. Leo's headspace, please. Tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles. Six of Cups reverse, Seven of Pentacles again. That's interesting then. We've got... There's a discrepancy though. There's a fight between your conscious and your subconscious almost, to be honest. Because in your head the Seven of Pentacles is upright. Down here it's reversed. In your head, I believe you're happy with how something is growing. I know I call that card the end of the honeymoon. I'm not particularly relating this to a relationship, though. I believe in your head you're happy with kind of how you are making moves towards achieving your Ten of Pentacles. Part of you in your head is telling you you're happy with what's going on there. I think. Let's see what else is underneath this Ten of Pentacles. Emperor reverse. Yes, you're very stubbornly happy about your perceived progress to achieving this Ten of Pentacles. However, deep down, there's this sense of stagnation, so I don't know what that's all about. I believe this Emperor's kind of putting a brave face on. I believe this Queen of Wands is putting a brave face on. I believe this Six of Wands is putting a brave face on. Leo, I believe you're putting a brave face on. That's the way it's coming through. You're happy with how you're growing. You're saying, I'm happy with how I'm growing. I'm happy with how I'm growing. I'm happy with my achievements. Or at least when you speak to other people, you're giving that impression that you're happy with how you're growing, you're happy with your achievements. You're happy with your environment, you know, your house, I don't know, your home space. You're saying you're happy. I mean, even you, I think, I think the unhappiness is creeping into your conscious, because that Ten of Pentacles is reversed. I think it's more the outward impression you're giving. I think you're very much giving or trying to give a sort of outward impression of being sorted. Only I don't think you really feel sorted, which is totally normal and human, by the way. I'm deeply suspicious of, well, I'm cynical, I'm the Queen of Swords, but most people who think or say they're sorted aren't. I mean, we're all constant work in progressors, right? Works in progress, that would be the better way to phrase it, yeah. Anyway, look, I'm not judging you, it's just that this is what the cards are throwing up, so I gotta say it. Let's go into your subconscious. Because your subconscious is saying, I feel a bit flat, I feel a bit stagnant. There is a past event on your mind, by the way. Something about the past keeps creeping into your mind as well with the Six of Cups, by the way. It could be something from childhood. It could be a family situation from childhood that keeps creeping into your mind. I don't know what that Six of Cups is. Maybe it'll show up here. You could kind of be contemplating your roots and how you've become the person that you are. You could be sort of quite intellectually contemplating that, I think. Because you're not entirely disconnected from this sense of unhappiness, I don't think. Okay, tell me more about Leo's subconscious judging. Oh, Leo, sometimes you give me the toughest readings. I think there's a deep sense of shame in your subconscious. Judgment came out. It came out in reverse. Often when a card comes out in reverse, I apply that energy to the self. I feel you're being very judging of yourself, and it's coming through to me as shame, guilt, regrets. Connected to what? I mean, it might not be connected to anything specific. It might just be that. Tell me more. I don't know what's happened to that card. Oh, it's like that magician. There's a sense that you could have made something happen. There's a sense that you could have grown this Seven of Pentacles. It's showing up in reverse. You didn't. There's a Seven of Pentacles here that there's something here that grew to a certain point, hit a wall, stopped. And I think that's what the shame or regret or guilt is possibly attached to. It's all tied up with your own sense of your own capability. A sense that you didn't have the correct tools to be able to navigate growing something beyond a Seven of Pentacles. Oh, the energies are splitting off. For some of you, that Seven of Pentacles relates to this same Seven of Pentacles that up here you're saying, yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how I'm moving towards my Ten of Pentacles. Thank you very much. Only I don't think you are. For some of you, it might be a different Seven of Pentacles, a different situation. I don't know. Six of Cups. Again, Six of Cups again. You see how these energies repeat. The only difference is in your head, the Seven of Pentacles is upright, which tells me in your head you're more trying to convince yourself that you're happy with this Seven of Pentacles. You're happy with the way things grew. You're happy with the way things grew, and your soul, your subconscious is attaching a sense of shame and regret to a past situation that hit a wall, hit a stagnation point. A past Six of Cups twice. Yeah, Six of Cups can be a soul bond. It could relate to this. We're going to have to look at this past, because both energies here are telling me to look at the past. I mean, we're going to have to dig under here anyway, but you've got the Six of Cups come out twice, so all of this is stemming from something that happened in the past, so let's find out what, if we can. Okay. Yeah, I never know which cards to clarify first in the Celtic Cross. I always freestyle it, but anyway, it's time to go to this now. I wonder if it would have made more sense if I'd have gone there first. Tell me about this past situation for Leo. Three of Wands. Three of Wands has already come out. Three of Wands was you really wanting something, really desiring something, and it's in reverse here. This reading is so layered and complicated. You Leos always do this to me. It all feels quite... it feels a bit disjointed. It's like you... whatever this past situation is, to you, I don't know if to you, you almost feel like it happened on another planet or something. It's like... there's a weird sense of disconnection from this past stuff that I don't even know what it is, because it's so disconnected. It just feels so disconnected. I mean, the Three of Wands is connecting it, but we had a Three of Wands underneath that initial reversed Fool, which was all about desiring a sense of freedom, liberation, and open-heartedness. Really desiring to be open-hearted towards something, but not being able to find yourself in that energy. You were in that energy in the past. That anticipation, that open-heartedness was present in this past situation, but there's such a disconnect from it, I can't even tell you. It's like it happened on another world, on another planet, in a different time, like in a different life. Feels otherworldly. This feels otherworldly. Okay, tell me more about this Justice. It was balanced. It was really balanced between you and another individual. At one point it felt too good to be true. This Four of Pentacles, I always think of this as a fairy tale castle. I often translate this as too good to be true. I know it's a quirky reader, the Four of Pentacles, but watch past readings. I do that with this card. But then also it does talk about this sense of holding back. That tight energy that I mentioned. That is that. The Justice card tell me it balanced. It did balance, and that Three of Wands energy is lovely. To be fair, like it's like you're anticipating something with the knowledge that you're going to get it. It's like that excitement. But it went, because the Three of Wands turned reversed, which translates sometimes into a more unhealthy type of longing, by the way. Anything else about this Justice? Nine of Pentacles reverse. Avoidance. It's that tightness, that avoidance, that some sort of uncomfortableness crept into this past situation. I still don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is. What was this? What was this in the past here? What was this in the past here for Leo, please? Queen of Pentacles. Oh, jeez. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, well, that's that sense of uncomfortableness. It's not telling me. It's not. It's so similar to the Nine of Pentacles energy anyway. And it's carrying through. It's coming back to haunt you, I believe. But what was it? What? Okay, maybe Leo just knows what it was. Is this it? Do I not need to say anything else? Just let me just have one more try to see if I can get a better answer. The Sun reversed. The Two of Wands reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck. I think you ended up not being yourself in it because the Sun's turned up and the Sun can be a Leo card and it's in reverse. And I think you just ended up not being yourself in whatever this is. I don't know. I don't know. Let's look at this future energy for you. But it caused them... a bit of a shutdown. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Oh, there's a better word than avoidance, but that's the best I've got. Avoidance of any sort of perceived codependence, independence, dependence. I don't know. All those words are like fucking poison back here. And it's like, no. I'm responsible for myself and only myself. There's sort of hyper-independence. There's a sort of hyper-independence going on here in this past energy. Yeah. I don't know. But there's also an avoidance, and I think it's an avoidance of who you truly are and an avoidance of showing who you truly are. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I don't think... Yeah, let's look at this future energy then. It's coming... the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. This sense of uncomfortableness that was back here, it seems to be showing up again in your near future, and I don't know why. Knight of Cups reversed, Two of Pentacles reversed. We've already seen the Two of Pentacles. It's showing up in your strengths. And it's this tight energy again. Knight of Cups reversed is someone who is not being vulnerable. Oh, the Moon. No, the Eight of Cups. Why was that way round? Okay, Eight of Cups. I don't... sideways. There's an attempt here in your future to walk away from things that aren't serving you with this Eight of Cups energy, but there's indecision surrounding it. So I'm not quite sure here what's going on, but there's a discomfort here in this near future energy. I can't say it any other way than how it is. How does Leo get this Queen of Pentacles upright? Because that is you feeling safe and secure in your own skin, right? And this is what we want for you. This is what I want for you. I'm not here to fucking give you doom and gloom shit. I am not. Truly, I am not. I know this has been a very difficult reading. I have to say it as I see it. But let's ask how to get that Queen of Pentacles energy upright, as I promised, because I think that would be very useful for you. How do we get this Queen of Pentacles energy upright for Leo? Five of Pentacles in reverse again. Which is attached to that Fool energy. Yes, it all links up. Don't abandon yourself. I mean, it's saying don't abandon yourself. We're going round in circles, aren't we, my love? It's about noticing that you are noticing the points at which you are abandoning yourself. I think that's actually really key to a lot of this. And it's the answer I got when I asked the question I asked. This card directly relates to self-abandonment. You're being asked to notice when you are doing that. You know, notice when you are not... Notice when you are shutting down. Notice when you are this is a big focus on outcome and predicting worst case scenarios. So I think at the point in which you wish to authentically share, your mind is saying, yeah, but if you do that, this, and this will happen, and then it'll be really bad. Okay, you have to remove from the equation, if you can. I don't say any of this flippantly like it's easy, but there's the idea here of removing the predicted outcome, the predicted worst case scenario from the equation, and just being honest and authentic for the sake of being honest and authentic. That's the way it's coming through to me. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, Leo. Let's look at your strengths. What is Leo's strengths here, please? Come on. Okay. You're willing to go there. The High Priestess has come up again, and that's in your hopes and fears. You're willing to go there. You're willing to slay those demons, those inner demons. Because you know that's going to calm that sea, that stormy sea. You know that's the route to calming that sea. Anything else for Leo's strengths, please? The moon. Absolutely. Hell yeah. You're willing to go there. I mean, the moon in this, you couldn't make it up. It's what I've already said. This, you know, when we put things under a moon, we put them in a place of denial. We don't want to look at them. You were telling me you are willing to go there. Actually, this Two of Pentacles flip-flopping energy, where I sort of said you dipped in and out of stuff. I think this is an approach that you might be taking to going there, to doing that work, to looking at the things of yourself that you deny. Like, you're willing to dip in and out of it. Okay? And that's not a terrible approach. I mean, who am I to say what isn't a good or a bad approach? Like, this is not an advice thing. I hate giving advice. God, am I in the wrong job? Right. The point is, you know, you will visit what's underneath that moon, and when it becomes too much, you will retreat, and then you will go in again, and then you will retreat. I like it for you. I like it for you, actually, and you're very specifically showing me that as a strength, and I like that. Right, let's look under this Two of Cups then energy, which is in your surroundings, and I don't know what it's all about because it feels a bit disjointed. Yes, well, I wonder really if it's, I don't know, my loves. Take the energies and apply them to your life as you see fit. The World. Oh shit, unfinished business. Do you know what? The World came out underneath your strengths, underneath these Two of Pentacles, and I'll be honest, I just kind of glossed over it, and concentrated on the Moon and the High Priestess, and you dipping, going on. And now, obviously, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have glossed over that, Natasha. What are you playing at? The World, unfinished business. It's come right out underneath this Two of Cups. Something in your energy. There's a Two of Cups. There's a soul bond in your energy. There's a soul bond in your energy. Six of Cups. It feels the same as this Six of Cups. And I am relating it back to this, which I did right at the beginning, and I think I just have to stand by that because it felt so balanced and reciprocal. When this Justice card first came out, it felt so balanced and reciprocal, which is this. You see, Two of Cups can be quite uncomplicated. Six of Cups, not so much. Shit gets complicated. And I think this did, because these energies are like flying at me, and then it's just showing up as unfinished business with the World in reverse. And to be fair, the World in reverse came out directly after another World in reverse, which I did semi-ignore. I will hold my hands up and say I did that, because I was like, I don't want the job of translating that energy. And Spirit's like, you've got to fucking translate that energy. I'm like, right, okay. This feels so disconnected from the rest of the reading. It's like it should be up here or something. I mean, over here, like off camera, like the other side of my hallway. Like, down the stairs and out the back garden. That's where this feels like this energy should be. I don't know how to describe it. It feels very disconnected from everything else. But there's some sort of sense of unfinished business here. Yeah. So, and this is in your environment. So, you know, this is connected to an outside energy. I'm going to say 3 of Cups and the Hierophants. 3 of Cups is nice. It's a nice energy to bring to an unfinished business type thing, because it is emotional vulnerability and openness. It's almost like if we could get this Knight of Cups upright, this is what manifests. We did, you know, we talked about how to turn that Queen of Pentacles upright. Turning that Queen of Pentacles upright is also going to turn that Knight of Cups upright. It's going to bring about that emotional vulnerability, that emotional flow, that feeling comfortable in your skin. So I would say, you know, if this is resonating with you and you want to do something about this nagging feeling of unfinished business, turning this world upright, quite what that would manifest and what that would look like in reality, I don't know, but connected to doing that is a 3 of Cups, which takes me right back over to here, and I believe the answer to that is to learn a particular lesson, because that's what the Hierophant does, and that particular lesson is what we spoke about when we pulled this 5 of Pentacles reversed and this 8 of Swords upright, which is like this projection of worst case scenarios. I can't say this, I can't be my honest, true, authentic self, because then this will happen, and I don't want that to happen. But if you say the thing that is you expressing authentically and then that happens, then at least that thing that's happened is real and true, right? Whereas you holding back and not saying the thing, whatever is happening here, it's not real and true, okay? That's how I'm going to put it. Let's look at your hopes and fears now. Have I started rushing? Yes, it's bloody an hour and 2 minutes long, this video. I'm terrible, but I'm not, because I love it and I'm nosy, but I just sometimes have to try and pick the pace up, but I don't do anything particularly fast. I'm an earth sign. I'm that bloody Queen of Pentacles. You're right. It's just like, but I would highly recommend my viewers sometimes to actually watch me on like double speed, like I do the snooker. Hopes and fears. What's underneath this High Priestess, please, for Leo? And then I just go off on tangents like I just did. Is it useful? Probably not. Oh, the Father of Cups. Oh, love it forwards. It's my love it forward card. This is a more emotionally vulnerable King of Cups than many other King of Cups in many other decks to me. Sometimes the King of Cups can feel quite stoic. It feels less so in this deck to me. Anyway, the King of Cups is so accepting of all his emotions, so accepting of other people's emotions. He is just so emotionally mature. All right? He feels it all. And he doesn't berate himself for feeling this, that, and the other, because he knows that feelings are feelings are feelings. They're not right, they're not wrong. They are what's happening. You can't pretend they're not. I feel like you digging deep and going onto this High Priestess, going onto this moon, slaying these inner demons is going to expose that Father of Cups energy, is going to mean you become more emotionally mature. That's how I'm seeing it. Anything else underneath this High Priestess for Leo? Thank you. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Ooh. Christ. Oh, God, that's hit me. It's going to make you very attractive. It's going to make you very, very attractive. Holy shit. I kind of fancy you right now, Leo. I'm blushing. God, it's like that time the devil came out in that Virgo reading. Or was it a Scorpio reading? Ooh, Leo. Seriously, actually, the blushing is not showing on camera. That's good. Wow. This is someone who's very charismatic, very confident in themselves. Oh, I love this for you. Oh, it's going to be all this bloody work that we've spoke about, oh, it is so worth it. Let me just get one more for hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. This is like just sorry. You know we did all this shit on getting this Queen of Pentacles energy up, right? Hi. Oh, it's beautiful. And I tell you what, if you want a Two of Cups with someone, I don't know who the fuck they are. This is nice. I like that. Father of Wands, Mother of Pentacles. I don't know. Fire and Earth. Fire and Earth. I like that. Fire, water and earth. I don't know. I don't even know how to translate it. I just love it. Sometimes my tarot energy translation abilities become about as good as my book reviewing abilities, which I really loved it. Don't ask me what happened. Don't ask me about the underlying themes or archetypes or anything, but it's really good. You should read it. That's kind of how I feel now. Like, yeah, it's going to be really good, Leo. Do the thing. Do the work. All the shit we've been talking about. It's going to unlock something amazing for you. Magnetic. There's a certain magnetism about you when you're in this energy. You're going to be attracting all sorts. Oh, no wonder the indecision in your outcome then, because you're going to be attracting all sorts of options when you find yourself in this energy, which is just so, it's quite commanding actually. I really like it. Can you just maybe not? Right, I don't know. What? It's your hopes and your fears. There must be a part of you that's afraid of this. That would be interesting to explore, wouldn't it, if we had all day, which we don't. But I understand this Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords now in your outcome, because I think, like, the energy that's available to you here, which I do believe you hope for, and it is available to you, I think it is going to cause you to be very magnetic, and some of the things that you attract in possibly won't serve you that well. You know, when you find this beautiful inner light in you that I see you finding here, you know, sometimes moths become attracted to that flame, and it's like, no thanks. So I can see you being confused here about kind of what path to take forward, because I believe more paths become open to you than they previously were with this Two of Swords energy. So that's the confusion. I like it. I never said that about Two of Swords in that way before, because Two of Swords energy bugs the hell out of me. But yes, confusion, conflict about how to move forward, competition. There could be lots of people competing for your attention, whether that's in relationships or whether that's in the working world. You could be being headhunted here. It's amazing. God, I really hope you stayed around this long, Leo, because the way these energies have transformed is something else. Five of Pentacles reversed again. That's only the third time it's come out. Interesting, interesting. Keep an eye on the flip-flopping into self-abandonment. More triggers could come up in your future. Yeah, this is the thing. It's always ongoing, this work, right? And sometimes in the heart of conflict, additional triggers are thrown up, which easily trigger us back into our own old ways, i.e. self-abandonment. And this is the conflict that triggers that. So, yeah, in the future, there is this idea of future circumstances and situations could place you back in the energy that you've sort of worked so hard to recognise, but you'll have a whole new load of skills to recognise what's going on now, and I believe you'll kind of just bounce out of it. You know, like when we were talking about your strengths earlier, how you can kind of bounce out of things, bounce out of certain negative feelings. It's something like that. It feels kind of like that, but You know, not in a bypassing way, but in a healthy way, I hope. I think. That's how it feels. What a crazy reading. Anything else underneath this Two of Swords? I want to finish this reading on like an upright Fool for you. That's what I want. If I was like a MasterCard manipulator, I'd just do that for you. Oh, that High Priestess showed its face again. Oh, hello! On the bottom of the deck. I swear to God that was not a setup. I'm not that skilled. That's hilarious. Wow. Oh my God. I mean, what a perfect outcome that would be, because that was everything that you were desiring in the beginning of the reading. That was the heart of the matter, a reversed Fool, wanting to embrace that beautiful Fool energy. And, you know, I'm not going to characterize it as a new start with someone or whatever. It's up to you. I don't know. It's far too complicated for me to say shit like that, but definitely, like, that Fool energy is beautiful. It doesn't, it's a bit shallow to read it as a new start with a particular someone, but I am very aware of this kind of unfinished business in underneath this Two of Cups. And obviously the world does reset to the Fool, but it's not necessarily that. It depends what you want. Free will's a thing. Remember what I always say about these two positions. Free will's a thing. We don't do shallow, your ex is coming back to you readings here. We don't. But we have touched on it, and I have to link that Fool energy back to that world energy. I do, but the Fool energy, this time last year, I was in Fool energy myself, right? Because I started this channel. Well, I think my first post was actually on the 4th of March, so I'm not sure when this reading is going to come out, but it was about this time last year that I was gearing myself up and thinking about it. That's the beauty of that energy. You know, what direction you want to put that energy in, that's up to you, but it's beautiful that we saw that at the bottom of the deck like that after everything we've spoke about. Absolutely beautiful. However, I will just get you one last proper card for that outcome energy. One last card for Leo, please. Oh no, that's going to be loads for this outcome energy, please. One last card for Leo. Oh, a Six of Swords. Yeah, a Six of Swords in reverse. Sometimes the Six of Swords comes out kind of when we've left something behind. Sometimes it comes out in reverse when we've kind of done a U-turn. Often it's depicted by a boat. I often think about that boat doing a U-turn when I see that card, so I don't know if that's something that appeals to you. I would say it looks like that energy is available to you, but moreover, in this particular deck, especially the Six of Swords here is about leaving behind past trauma as well, and you know, that's what's at the root of this self-abandonment that we've seen 3 times in your reading. That's what's at the root of that. So to see that Six of Swords in reverse tells me that, like, great strides have been made in that area for you, which we already knew, because just this is beautiful right here. That Fool on the bottom of the deck was beautiful. So I have to say yes. I just have to say, it's just all back. The energies are just flowing beautifully. It's a really good book, Leo. You should read it. I'm so sorry, I cracked myself up. Look, 13 minutes past the hour. This is out of hand, people. I'm going to get you some charms. God, that's a bloody shitload of charms. Why did I do that? Right, let's get the numbers first. 7, 3, 37, 4. You could be 34, you could be 37, you could be 43, you could be 47, you could be 74. All just little winks from the universe for you. Oh my God, everybody's getting this J. I basically told Aries to go and smoke a massive joint when I got this. That's how far my imagination stretched. J. The letter J may be of relevance to you, and G. J and G may be of relevance to you, maybe in the form of names, initials, whatever. I think that's all the letters and numbers. Cool. Let's look now at fruits. Apple and avocado. Well, what did you have for your tea today, Leo? Did it involve an apple and an avocado? If so, the universe is winking at you. How lovely. Peace. A sense of peace. Yes. That's where the boat in the Six of Swords sails to. It sails to an island that feels peaceful, a sense of peace. Oh, there's another letter here. So D. No, what is that? I'm very sorry. It's an A. So J-A-G, Jag. Some of you might drive a Jag. Some of you might be buying a new car, actually. Jag may be a name that's of significance for you as well. I missed that letter. Sorry. Winter. 2 snowflakes for winter, and then all these flowers. I think I've said this in every single reading. You know, moving out of a period. You know, this is this bloody February, March. We're moving out of winter into spring. It's all very seasonal. It all makes sense. Metaphorically, you may be moving out of a period of not much action and towards starting to take action. We have 2 moons, so that's nice. This is actually representative of the kind of the phase of the moon we're on now, just coming out of a new moon. So we do have these small crescent moons in the sky, so that's kind of auspicious, isn't it? I like that. We've also got what looks like an Ace of Hearts, like out of Alice in Wonderland. Maybe Alice in Wonderland's of significance to you. Maybe you have just read that story to your child. Who knows? Anything like that, or watched it. Maybe you just watched it. This is kind of reminds me of children as well. A rocking horse may be of significance to you. And this is a whale's tail, or it could be a mermaid's tail. Oh, maybe you watched The Little Mermaid as well. Maybe you're well into Disney. Is Alice in Wonderland Disney? I don't know. Also a unicorn, more childlike energy. There's a lot of childlike energy in this. It all comes back to the Fool. Starfish. Did you know starfish do not have any brain? Look at what the cat's done to me, by the way. Starfish don't have any brain. To me, this feels a little bit like removing those swords. You know, because swords represents mind, rational mind. To me, this starfish is all about fucking removing this 8 of Swords, this overthinking this worst case scenario. And then we've got a crown. Well, you know, you've had this Father of Cups, this Father of Wands energy. That's King of Cups, King of Wands energy in the Rider-Waite. And then we have this crown. It just feels like good king energy, which we're seeing underneath this High Priestess, that I know is available to you, like you really stepping into your power. I love it. And then this cute white little cat with massive black eyes. That may be of significance to you. Some of you may have a white cat. I didn't mean to pull that many charms, but I did, so you get them all. Okay, Leo, thank you so much for being here. I really hope that resonated or helped you in some way. It was so tough at the beginning, but I just totally know you can move through this and attract beautiful things into your life, you know, but to the extent that you are going to have to be very discerning, I think, because I just think like you're going to be a bit of a magnet. So yeah, thanks for being here. Hope you found it helpful, and I will see you in about 2 weeks for another reading. Do all the likey, sharey, subscribey bollocks as well, by the way. All right, bye.